Good morning, kitties. Not morning, it's evening. And you ain't kitties. Whatever. So, the professional part of Professional Monkey has returned. I'm sorry. I simply could not go around looking like the Unabomber anymore. I have a job. And my boss, who is, for the most part, a nice lady and very understanding, this morning said, that shit's coming off. And so I respected her wishes and went back to the less awesome work appearance. And then I'll push the limits as we go forward. But for now, she's pleased and I get to pay my mortgage. So let's talk about the time that at Sturgis this year, Mr. Monkey could have gotten the ever-living shit beat out of him. So right now, a lot of you are going, what? How could this happen? Everybody loves you. Not true. There's a lot of people who don't love me. As a matter of fact, this morning I got a message saying, you made a joke about Dinah's. I'm not watching anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? And when we were at that tent at downtown Sturgis, Mrs. Monkey, we were looking at the fake cuts that we showed that were like, oh, what was it? It was like the My First Biker kit with all the patches all over them, and you bought them pre-patched, and we're like, that's stupid. And Mrs. Monkey said, if you buy 2 of them, you get a Dinah. We're like, ha ha ha. Evidently someone really needed a safe space. They were really upset that Mrs. Monkey said that. So they were like, I'm not going to watch anymore. I'm like, well, bye. I don't know what you told me to do. Like, it was a joke. Like, you know, don't. Calm down is always the message here. But if you don't, whatever. Dinah guys got to take a beating, just like Sportster guys do. Deal with it. Whatever. Anyway, so the time that there was almost a physical altercation, or could have, not almost, I would say there could have been. I'm going to have to change hands because I don't have my proper equipment. This is a different setup today, if you can't tell. During Topless Tuesday, myself, Bull, Little Bull, my dad, who else was with us? I think that was a smaller group that day. Yes, it was just us. We were there. And Topless Tuesday's a mixed bag. If you don't know what Topless Tuesday is, it's in Alzana, Montana, and it started years ago where this bar called the Stoneville Saloon said, we would like to get in on some of that sweet, sweet Sturgis cash. So why don't we have the bartenders and servers go topless one day? I don't know if it was legal or they just looked the other way, or if it was legal and no one cared or what it was, but that's what they did. So Topless Tuesday was born, and one day a year during the rally, on Tuesday, if you can't tell, they go topless, and there's topless beer girls, and now it's this big mess. Now it's like this, thousands of people, and pretty sure professional girls who take their clothes off for money come and work it. Not judging, just saying. I don't believe that all these girls work at Stoneville Saloon year long. Maybe I'm wrong. If you know better, comment down below. But it's a day of debauchery and fun. It's a good time. It's gotten too big in my opinion. Almost didn't go this year, but we decided to because Bull Jr. was with us and he has to see it. Got there nice and early, so we were under the cover off to the side and had a good spot and could kind of see, except for the damn cell phone cameras. I mean, like, we were even yelling, put the damn cameras down, as we do every year, because the phone's down, because no one could see, because it was just, that's all you can see is guys trying to perv out video. We were even yelling funny stuff like, just remember it, you know, commit it to the spank bank, and you can do that later. And in the spank bank, you could modify the story. You can change the whole narrative. All kinds of fabulous stuff can happen in your memories. You know, I digress. But while we're there, not only are the young ladies on the stage participating in the festivities, but ladies, not all of them young, no offense, are participating from the crowd. So many female patrons removed garments, and see how I have to like be, this is YouTube, I have to be very careful. I can't be like, this MF did that, anyway. So off to our right, not far away, was just a gorgeous little thing. Too bad Mrs. Monkey wasn't there, because she would have been like, wow, she's pretty. But little thing, was wearing a little sequin top, and dudes were like, you should get up on stage. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. But after a while, she did in fact remove aforementioned sequin little top. And it was glorious. I heard angels. Oh, see, my voice is still partly gone. It was a religious experience. And of course the cameras came out. You can't just look. I got a picture. I gotta get pictures. Ma, please stop with the damn pictures. Because if there were no pictures and no cameras, more young ladies would participate in the festivities. It'd be more fun. But no, every guy's got to perv out and photograph everything. They can't just look. So that's happening, and that's happening. And we had a couple beers. We stayed until we were sober before we rolled home. Don't judge. But we had several beers and shots, and we're like, we'll just hang out here all damn day if we have to. And we did. And we're just watching off to the side, and there's this girl. And next to them, I have to be real careful about this. So bear with me. Next to them, pretty close, is two dudes. These two dudes are wearing cuts. I should back up. I am wearing my cut because the B doesn't stand for Boy Scout. So I am wearing my cut. And these two dudes are wearing theirs, and they are hanging off to the side, and I see them. I watch them with my own eyes. Go to the girl and say, can we get a picture? Yes. Can we get another picture? I mean, they just like, can we get more pictures? They just perving out on this chick. And finally, they're like, oh, could you stand up on the bench so we can get on either side? Now, it's that point that I start looking at these guys going, this is getting weird. It's getting creeper. And I notice these dudes, their cuts they're prospects from a Leo motorcycle club. Now, if you don't know what a Leo motorcycle club is, there's old videos I did on MCs and stuff, and what they are, different structures and blah, blah, blah. An MC is a motorcycle club. An RC is a riding club. An RG is a riding group. An MO is a motorcycle organization, which is what ours is. So there's a million different forms and applications and goals and structures and stuff. But a Leo MC, Leo stands for Law Enforcement Officer, or LE, Law Enforcement. So there's LE MCs, there's LERGs, there's LERCs, there's LEORC, like, whatever they want to call themselves. But this was actually a fairly well-known Leo MC, two dudes wearing prospect cuts. Alone, didn't see anyone with them. I'm not going to name the club because that would be disrespectful, and I would have a local ass beating coming if I said that, and I'm not going to do that. So, probably not really, because I know the dudes down here and they're alright, but I digress. So they're like, would you stand on the bench? She was real short. Would you stand on the bench so that a certain part of you is between me and F-boy number 2? She's like, sure. Chick's being really cool about it. She gets up. Dude hands his camera to another guy. Get ready for it, because this was all, I was almost as angry that moment as I was about the MLH and R Day. They go to take the picture, and right before they take the picture, the dudes, at least one of them I saw with these eyes, turn their head and put his mouth on that girl. She hadn't signed up for that. Put his mouth on this girl. She goes, oh, how about that? And when the picture's done, gets down, puts her top on, and her and her old man leave. Like, instantly. Like, and I'm like, you MF'er, man. You had to cross the line. You couldn't just have a good time. You got to push and push and push and go too far. And they stood there, we kept drinking, and I got more angry. And I would never do this. I would never do this to a normal MC. I would certainly never do this to a 1%er, because that's a bridge too far. That's asking for trouble, more trouble than I want. You know, that's, you know where I'm coming from. I would never go up and do this to anyone else. But in this situation, I saw two prospects of a law enforcement MC do something very wrong without permission. They did not ask. And I'm like, I can't let this happen. So I tell Bull about it, and Bull's like, that ain't right, man. Like, that's not cool. You know, and we just got more and more fired up, and I said, all right, you got my back? He's like, let's do it. Let's do the right thing, even if it gets our asses kicked. And so we went, it wasn't very far away. They weren't more than 10 feet away. And so I walked up. I had a little liquid courage. And I just said, hey, prospect, where's your patch? And he goes, what? And I go, I know you're not here alone. Where's your patch? And he points to this old guy sitting on a bench wearing a long sleeve t-shirt with soft colors on. Soft colors are a hat, a t-shirt, a bandana, whatever. It's not your cut. He's not wearing a cut. The whole thing's weird because you got an old guy sitting on a bench with a long sleeve t-shirt with soft colors on, but the prospects are wearing cut. It was weird. That wouldn't happen down here, I know, but I don't know what was going on. I don't know where they were from because they didn't have a state or anything on. And I said, hey man, your prospects just put their mouth on that girl without permission. And the old man goes, what? And I told him the whole story. I'm like, they asked for a picture. She gets up to do the picture. Right before someone hits the button, they turn their heads and put their mouths on that girl without permission. She did not say that's okay. And the old man's like, I don't understand. I'm like, and I told him the whole story in detail. I'm like, I saw them do it. They put their mouths on that girl, on her chestral region without her permission. It creeped her out. She put on her top and got out of here. These guys are effing creepers, and they're your prospects, and they did it wearing your prospect cut. And the old man was like, oh, hell no. Like, he had the correct stance. He was like, wait a minute. Now, you did what? And he turns to these guys and goes, you did what? And one of them tried to lie. The old creeper, this old white-bearded creeper, says, I didn't do that. And I'm like, and so I got in his face. I'm just like, you're going to call me a liar? Like, I didn't just see you with my own eyes do that to that girl? Like, you didn't, maybe I did. And the other guy's like, I didn't. And I go, I got to be honest, I didn't see the other guy. Maybe the other guy didn't do it. But this guy right here did it. I saw it with my eyes, freaking did it. It's wrong. It's a scumbag thing to do. He's a pervert. He's a freaking pervert. It's fine to do that with permission. Please let me back up there. I'm not judging the action. I'm not judging going and getting a little rowdy and having a good time with permission. If the girl says it's okay and they're all having a good time, then of course that's fine. That's not what happened. This girl didn't get permission. This guy did it, and it's wrong, and he deserved a beatdown. In my world, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even. It would happen there, then it would happen at the chapter level, then it would happen at the state level, then it would happen at the international level, then we'd pull your patch off and burn it in front of you, then like it would just be like, pow, pow, pow. You ain't gonna, that conduct is not okay in our world. And I was only passing judgment myself. I'm sure some of you pissed at me, and I apologize. I mean, I'm not I'll apologize, but I hate that you're mad at me, but I'm sure you are. Somebody out there. That's not, these guys aren't 1%ers. The Leo part is what makes it a problem, right? If you're going to wear a cut and say I'm part of an MC, but a Leo MC, and we all know this one if you don't know, you're going to wear that out, and you're going to be like, I'm a cop club, and then you basically, I'll say it, committed assault. Like, not okay. You know what I mean? You don't get to walk both sides of the line on that one. Like, that was wrong. Now, I'm sure there's a bunch of Leo MC members that watch this channel, and I guarantee you're clawing at the screen. I want his name. Where it? Not me. You want to find that dude also, because that ain't right. What that guy did was so wrong. But at the same time, there are people that are going to say what I did was wrong. Like, that's not process. That's not chain of command. But I didn't have a chain of command to follow. You know, I saw someone commit an offense that was wrong, that I knew reflected badly on that organization and would not be okay. And I saw a girl get something bad done to her. And I just, like, well, I'll just take the beating if necessary. It just so happened what happened was the old man took his prospects and got out of there. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there were further ass kickings, or hopefully that guy's not wearing that prospect cut anymore. But, you know, anyway. But, so I just shared the time that in 2021 Sturgis, the time I almost got my ass beat. But didn't happen because I was on the right, and had it actually happened, so what? You got to do the right thing. There are times in life where you're called upon to stand up and go, that ain't right. And if I got to get my eyes dotted, then that's what we're going to do. But let's do it. And Bull was like, I'm in. Let's make it happen. So we went in, and Thankfully, nothing happened and everyone left and it was fine. And then we sat there at Alzada hours after everyone left, no, seriously, and just sat there BSing with some people that we met that were cool as hell. Where were they from? I think the Northeast. They were cool as hell. And we just talked to them for a while, 3 couples. Turned out they were staying at the Buffalo Chip, and this will crack you up. We had gotten to the Chip with all of our brats and stuff and meat for burgers and brats and forgot to get buns. And their meat had gone bad on the way to the Chip, so they had buns. So we went back to the rig and barbecued that night. But anyway, whole other story. But yeah, so I guess the moral of the story here is sometimes you got to stand up, saddle up, and take a beating if you have to for what's right. And that ain't right. Boys and girls, boys, if you're in these environments where these girls are sharing, show some respect. Don't go too far. Don't be pervy. You know, if they'll let you take your picture and you ask and they say it's okay, don't push that stuff. But that's fine. But don't touch nobody. You don't have permission to touch. And you sure as hell don't have permission to put your mouth on somebody. That ain't right. Anyway, that's it. Hope you're all having a great day out there. That's story number 1 of 6,942. I have actually scheduled our next live stream. Today is the 19th. It's next Friday. What is that? 27th? Yeah. Next Friday the 27th, 8 p.m. me and Mrs. Monkey will be live for the first time in a month. So we'll just tell stories. And those of you who disagree with me, come to the live stream next Friday. Let's talk about it. Tell me. And I will be watching the comment section on this and we can talk about it all you want. But you're not going to change my mind. Don't touch nobody. Don't put your mouth on nobody. Behave yourself. Love you all to death out there. I hope everything's doing well. Everyone's doing well. Blah, blah, blah. You know the ending. Take care of each other. We'll talk real soon. Bye.